You know, if you are familiar with Kim Kardashian, you know that she's kind of everywhere, and I don't think it was a political statement.
You are always in the spotlight, and yet you care most about people who are never in the spotlight.
The instant Kim Kardashian posted the picture, the internet exploded. It was January, a frigid yet tense month. And the photo she chose wasn't just any image. It was Melania Trump standing rigid in her now iconic wide-brimmed inauguration hat, an outfit that had already been analyzed countless times by fashion critics and political observers alike. There was no description, no explanation, just that image.
Now, during the inauguration, Kim Kardashian posted a photo of Melania Trump, who, on any measure, looked absolutely stunning.
It was enough to kick off a chain reaction, one Kim certainly expected, or perhaps even intended. Within minutes, millions had seen it. Within hours, the criticism came rolling in like a tidal wave. And somewhere in Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump was scrolling, furious, and contacting his inner circle. Sources close to the former president described the atmosphere as something straight out of one of his campaign rallies. Loud, theatrical, and full of classic Trump fury. He didn't see it as a harmless post. He saw it as a hit job.
Kim went on to lose 150,000 followers. So many words to describe this, Kinsey, but what are your thoughts?
In his mind, Kim Kardashian wasn't merely a reality star and business entrepreneur. She was someone with influence, someone who understood exactly how her audience would react when she posted Melania's image on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The optics were terrible. To Trump, it wasn't just about Melania. It was about the family brand, the image, and the ongoing battle against what he calls the haters and losers in media and Hollywood. BY mid-morning, the Trump battle room was buzzing. Advisors debated whether to respond publicly or ignore it. Trump, however, had no intention of letting it slide. "She thinks she's clever," he reportedly muttered, pacing with his phone in hand. "She thinks she's going to embarrass us?" Not happening. For Trump, everything is a competition and a conflict, and this was no different. In his view, Kardashian was part of the same celebrity political class that had humiliated him for years. And now she was targeting Melania, someone he fiercely defends when the insults feel personal.
You know, if you are familiar with Kim Kardashian, you know that she's kind of everywhere, and I don't think it was a political...
Meanwhile, social media was in chaos. Kim's fans were divided. Some saw the post as sneaky, almost sarcastic, while others argued it was an endorsement. The debates grew nastier as political Twitter piled in. Memes exploded. Side-by-side comparisons of Melania and iconic fashion personalities, snarky remarks about political allegiances, and even parody tweets mimicking Trump's all-caps fury. The hashtags #Melania Trump and #Kim Kardashian trended for more than 2 days straight.
Are always in the spotlight, and yet you care most about people who are never in the spotlight.
Inside Mar-a-Lago, Trump's team scrambled to assess the damage. They weren't just worried about the social media uproar, they were thinking about the bigger narrative. Trump has always hated being laughed at, and now, his wife was the centerpiece of an internet roast. Melania herself apparently stayed quiet, dismissing it as just another celebrity stunt. But her calm didn't calm him. If anything, it made him angrier. He thrives on the fight. She retreats from it. That difference in temperament only strengthened his resolve to act on her behalf.
In a similar fashion to the way she dressed as Marilyn. So I think it was just, hey, she looks great, and it wasn't a political statement.
Whispers from people close to Trump painted a picture of a man trying to turn the moment into a counterpunch opportunity. His political instincts pushed him to frame Kim Kardashian as out of touch, a member of the Hollywood elite looking down on everyday Americans. His entertainment instincts pushed him further, turning it into a spectacle that could rally his supporters. He began calling sympathetic media outlets, dropping hints that certain celebrities had nothing better to do than insult political families. The irony? Kim herself said nothing. She didn't clarify, didn't delete the post, and didn't offer any context. That silence only fueled Trump's frustration. He couldn't pin down her intent, leaving him spinning theories, each one more conspiratorial than the last.
Just you, I think you get to a point where you have experiences that just change.
Was she trying to ingratiate herself with Democrats? Signaling some private political stance? Or merely trolling for attention? In Trump's mind, nothing happens by accident, especially in celebrity politics. BY Day 2, he was ready to go public. He didn't name Kim at first, but during a call-in appearance with a friendly radio host, he launched into a tirade about celebrity phonies who pretend to care about America while living in mansions and looking down on everyone. The host didn't need to ask who he meant. Listeners already knew. Twitter erupted again, parsing every phrase as a veiled attack on Kardashian. The coverage gave the story fresh life, bringing it into political discussion shows and late-night comedy monologues. What should have been a 24-hour social media event had become a full-blown cultural clash. Behind the scenes, Trump's advisors tried to calm his anger. They knew that picking a public fight with Kim Kardashian could backfire. Her fan base was massive, and she was brilliant at playing the media game. But Trump's past showed that when he felt personally slighted, strategy took a backseat to instinct, and instinct told him this was an attack that demanded a response. The following week, Trump appeared at a rally and revisited Hollywood's out-of-touch stars, this time delivering his customary crowd-pleasing insults. The audience roared as he painted a vivid picture of celebrities pretending to be political experts while ignoring America's real challenges. Clips of the speech circulated on social media, captions linking nuts. Trump was going after
Care most about people that we as a society have thrown away. And I wonder what
Kim. Kim, for her part, didn't flinch. She kept posting fashion images, business updates, and family news as if nothing had happened. To her supporters, it was a masterclass in letting someone else burn out in public. To Trump, it was infuriating. He wanted a fight, but she wasn't giving him one. That silence skewed the narrative. Trump was swinging wildly, while Kim stayed calm and silent. BY now. Mainstream media had weighed in. Opinion columns debated whether Kim's post was shade, satire, or simply a style nod. Some argued it was political trolling at its finest, designed to provoke Trump without saying a word. Others dismissed it as an overblown misunderstanding. Yet the fact remained. The combination of Melania's image, the timing, and Kim's platform had created a perfect storm. Trump's inner circle began discussing how to pivot. They didn't want him to appear obsessed, but they knew his base loved it when he took on celebrities. The solution? Tie it to his broader narrative about media bias and cultural decay. Over his next appearances, he began linking the Kardashian post to the Hollywood media machine and liberal elites in general. It became part of his stump speech, a shorthand for
this about you. There is nobody like Kim. She is in a category of her own. She takes every case so seriously.
How they mock us. And yet, beneath all the bluster, there was a personal irritation. Those who know Trump well say he hates it more when Melania is mocked than when he is. He sees her as an extension of his image, and attacks on her feel like attacks on him. Kim's post, whether meant as shade or not, hit that nerve hard. That's why he kept circling back to it, and why it lived rent-free in his mind longer than most celebrity jabs. Weeks later, the buzz finally began to fade, but the episode had already been folded into the lore of Trump versus celebrity culture. It was another chapter in the ongoing saga of a man who thrives on public feuds, a man who sees every slight as a battlefield. For Kim Kardashian, it was barely a blip on her feed. For Trump, it was a headline, a rallying cry, and a reminder that in the world of politics and fame, perception is everything. Even months later, people still reference the post when discussing Trump's sensitivity to Hollywood criticism. It became shorthand among political commentators, a moment when a single photo, posted without a word, could set a political figure off for days. Whether Kim intended it that way will probably never be known. But one thing is certain. The image of Melania Trump standing in that hat will forever be linked to one of the more bizarre skirmishes in the Trump celebrity feud playbook.